first understand the slogan, because there are many questions that come to me which are answered by Baba's slogan today. So Baba today tells us to make the atmosphere powerful with an attitude of remembrance is to do service with the mind. So Baba is defining service with the mind, which in Hindi we call Mansa Seva. How do you serve others with the mind? So Baba is defining that to make the atmosphere powerful with an attitude of remembrance is to do service with the mind. Now you see that this service with the mind is a very popular concept, and these days people who listen to BK classes, they know that Baba talks about Mansa Seva, and everybody is very interested in Mansa Seva also. So what we need to understand today is, what is Mansa Seva? What is Seva through the mind? Now usually we think that if somebody is in trouble, maybe they have a physical situation, they have a financial situation, there is an emotional situation with somebody, then you are trying to help them by sitting in silence and giving them positive energy. Yes, so this is the normal way in which we think Mansa Seva is done. So you sit and you give positive energy to that person. Now the thing is, when you are sitting in remembrance of that person, yes, and obviously you are attached to that person, because what makes you select their sorrow over others? So the whole world is in sorrow right now, but then what makes you select that this person deserves my Mansa Seva more than any other person in the world? So that selection is based on attachment. Yes. And when you are in attachment, then you are yourself in very low energy. Because there are 5 vices: lust, anger, ego, attachment, and greed. And when I myself am under the influence of attachment, because that attachment is the basis of my selection of this soul as the recipient of my Mansa Seva. And when I am in attachment, then I am not in my spiritual stage. I am in low consciousness because I am attacked by a vice. When the soul is under the influence of a vice, at that time the spiritual stage is very low. And when your spiritual stage is low, then do you know that even the person you think deserves Mansa Seva, they have a higher spiritual stage than you. And then their sorrow starts flowing to you, because the law is energy flows from high frequency to low. So even though they are in sorrow, because you are in attachment, their energy starts flowing to you. And that's why instead of empowering them, you start feeling sorrowful. So Baba tells us that the first step to do Mansa Seva is detach. Yes, and when you are detached, you will never choose one over the other. Yes. So when you are in a detached state, when there is no attachment, then why would you prefer this soul over that for your Mansa Seva? So when you are detached, you don't think about any soul. And when you are detached and you are in remembrance of Baba, so when you are in the self-awareness that I am a soul and I am Baba's, I belong to Baba, which is the truth. At that time, you are connected with the ocean. You are connected with the source. And when you are connected with the source, then you are like one with the source. So you are like in communion with Baba. And at that time, your state of remembrance is creating a very powerful atmosphere around you. Because you see that if you look at this word atmosphere, it is very interesting. Atma ka sphere. Yes, so you are the Atma and there is a sphere around you. So there is a whole range where your vibrations are affecting the atmosphere. And then when you are in remembrance of Baba, then in that state you are creating a very powerful atmosphere. And the deeper the connection, the wider the range. So the atmosphere you create can be very, very far reaching. If you are in perfect connection with Baba, there is only one Baba and none other, then it is almost like your vibrations can affect the whole world. So the whole range which you can influence is limitless. And Baba says that when you are creating a powerful atmosphere with this attitude of remembrance, then every soul in that atmosphere, present in that atmosphere, is benefiting out of it. Because again, the law is energy flows from higher frequency to lower. Yes, so now the thing is, you see, Baba is the ocean, and anybody who connects with the Man and Buddhi with Baba can receive sustenance, love, power from Baba. But most people in the world are not connected. Yes, and Baba is non-physical. But I live in the physical dimension. Yes, I, the soul, am connected to the body, I am connected to the physical dimension. So when I am sitting in this body and I am in communion with Baba, then I am creating an atmosphere here because Baba cannot do it directly. So I am becoming a conduit. Yes, it's like a wire which is transmitting Baba's energy. And anybody who is, in and around that atmosphere, because we live in a physical world, we are all connected. We are all connected in this physical space. So every soul with which I share this space is receiving that vibration. So Baba says, and also, the ones who are more attached to you are receiving it more. So that way, that purpose is also served. Because obviously, you see, when you make halwa at home, your child eats it first. So when you create a powerful atmosphere, your child will receive it first also. But you must know the process to create that powerful atmosphere first. Because if you're thinking about the child, then you are not creating a powerful atmosphere. So, in order to create a powerful atmosphere, you have to stop thinking about the child and start thinking about yourself as a soul. And in that spiritual experience where you belong to Baba, you are the child of the ocean of light and might, you yourself elevate your stage a lot. And in that powerful atmosphere, everybody benefits. So Baba says, you must understand. So everybody understands that Mansa Seva is relevant, but mostly what we do is we don't understand it, and therefore we try thinking about those we want to serve. But if there is want, if there is attachment, then you are not serviceable. So serviceability means you are free from wants, free from attachment. Until you want, you are not serviceable. So when you're free from wants, free from attachments, when you experience yourself as a soul who is a full seed, yes, and that seed has natural divine connection with Baba. If you sit in that loving remembrance of Baba, it is then that you become an agent of empowerment, an agent of change. So Baba is very nicely explaining this in the slogan today, and I felt that this is one thing which we need to understand properly, because I see so many people meditating and remembering their children and relatives and giving them positive vibrations, and it's not reaching anybody because that's not how it works. So this is something. And then in the blessing today, Baba is saying, may you be an intense effort maker who crosses mountains of problems with your flying stage. May you be an intense effort maker who crosses mountains of problems with your flying stage. Now, we must understand that we are all making effort. Yes? And what is the criteria for good effort? So, Baba is using the word intense effort, right? And in Hindi it is called Tivra Purusharth. Tivra Purusharth. And if you really ask me, Tivra means fast. So, fast effort. What is fast effort? The effort that enables you to find solutions faster than the problems. Yes, because if the problem is, more intense or faster than your ability to find solutions, then the problem will bog you down. And then what happens is we stop. Now, in any journey, no journey is ever free from hurdles, obstacles. And have you seen that when people want to practice going on a race, they don't assume that the race would be smooth and the path would be smooth. They plant hurdles, they simulate that these are the hurdles which would be coming, and they practice by simulating those hurdles, and they practice that I'm going beyond the hurdles. So hurdles are a part of every path, and saying that I'm making effort is not enough, because If you think that just making effort is enough and no hurdle will come in your way, and even if you're walking at snail speed, you will reach and nobody will stop you, that is being too naive. So Baba says you must understand that on the spiritual path, there will be hurdles, and the hurdles will increase every day. And what you have to understand is you have to make effort so much that your reserve capacity is built, and when something comes unforeseen, there is an obstacle, then you already have the strength and the understanding and the capacity to cross it. Yes, I'll give you one simple example in this regard. So there was this sister, and she used to come to the center for everyday class. And then it so happened that she became a very important part of the center, and she used to be very regular, very diligent, always available for Seva. So she was loved by all. And then one day she came and she told me, Didi, you know that I cannot come from tomorrow. So I said, why? So she said, my mother-in-law is coming, and I have a very bad relationship with my mother-in-law. So it sends me chills and shivers to think that she's coming to stay with me after 13 years. And I said, what happened? So tell me something in detail. Then she said that when I left home, when we separated, so that was 13 years back, and we had a bad fight, and my mother-in-law and I never saw eye to eye after that. And until my father-in-law was alive, everything was okay, but now he died last month. So now she has to move in with us. And I find that this is something that I was never ready for. And I could never imagine living with her under the same roof again. And now that she's coming, I don't think that I can maintain any state of happiness or peace, or I can even, have a big heart and I can say that I'm welcoming her. I'm not able to do all of that. So I told her, what are you meditating for all this time? So you've been here for 3 years now. And what have you done in those 3 years? So she said that, Didi, I felt I was doing good enough. Like I was everyday problems at work, problems at home, and everything was being well managed. And I never thought that this kind of a situation would just fall from the sky and onto my head, and I never expected this. So I said, don't you know that Baba has said that, you have to be ready for the most unforeseen. We are getting ready for the scene of destruction. Then if you cannot handle one mother-in-law, how will you handle the scene of destruction? Then she said, probably, Didi, today I realized that I have been meditating, but I've been meditating in my comfort zone. I have not been meditating based on what Baba is saying. So I don't realize that, this spiritual capacity building is so important, because you always think that I don't need any reserve capacity. I need functional capacity. But Baba says, if you don't have reserve capacity, if you have only functional capacity, then if there is a big problem, then that can stop you. And then, all your capacity will get drained in 1 week in solving that problem. And then you will be back to square one, where you started. So Baba says that I'm telling you that the future holds many surprises. And according to that, you must meditate enough to be ready for everything unforeseen. And today, Baba gives us a very good example. Baba says, you know, there are various types of children. There are children means souls, yes? So, souls who are like crawling in their spiritual effort. So, there is the crawling stage, there is the walking stage, there is the running stage, and then there is the flying stage. So, there are souls which are in various degrees of their effort in these stages. Now, if somebody is crawling, just imagine an ant crawling. Then what happens is, even if you put a finger in front of the ant, it's just a finger, not even the whole hand, then the ant gets very confused where to go, which side to go, how to, cross that finger. So if your effort is a crawling effort, then very little things will disturb you. Although you're making effort, but it's not even good enough to deal with little things. Then it's a walking effort, then a little bigger thing can disturb you. When you are in a flying stage, what happens is even the biggest mountains below you are not able to disturb you. But then if you are flying at a certain height, if your flying capacity is until a certain height, and then the mountain is bigger than that, then and you have not kept the reserve capacity to fly higher than the mountain at that time, then what happens is you will have an accident. And Baba says, then you come crashing down. So Baba says it is very important that you understand that you will not deal with only what you are dealing with forever. So maybe you are dealing with some things today, but you must also understand that there will be other things to deal with in the future also. Bigger things, bigger issues. Just ask yourself one simple question. Ever since you were born, have the circumstances grown worse and worse or better? Ever since you were born, people keep telling you that tomorrow everything will be all right, अच्छे दिन आएंगे, or tomorrow, after 1 year things will be okay, just wait for better times, better situations. But have the situations become worse or better? They have only grown worse. Situations always grow worse. There is a downward slide in the world. So, have you seen the staircase picture? So, in that Sidi ka chitra, we see that the world is going down. So, you must not expect better situations. Don't live in that false hope. So Baba says that I'm not scaring you by telling you that the situations will get worse. Baba says forewarned is forearmed. So I'm telling you, this is knowledge that you will have to deal with more than you are dealing with today. Tomorrow will bring in many surprises. So just build your reserve capacity so much. Don't just meditate to, be in that, that tipping point where you think that, okay, my effort is matching my circumstances. So if I have 3 obstacles, I'm able to deal with them. No. Meditate more than that. Build reserve capacity. Otherwise, there'll be a mountain, and even the one who is flying high will come crashing down. So you should have the strength to elevate yourself when the time calls for it. Yes, so you must understand, and this is what is Gyan. So preparing yourself, practicing detaching from the body, practicing I am a soul, and practicing this detachment where you can be an observer in the world and proactively, create whatever you want instead of getting influenced by the situations. This is something you have to practice. Practice being soul conscious, practice experiencing all relationships, love, peace from Baba, filling your heart with those endowments. So this is something that Baba is telling us. Be an intense effort maker or fast effort maker. Fast effort maker means an effort maker who the situations cannot surprise. You are able to be faster than the situation. Yes. So this is what Baba is saying. And then in the Murli today there is this song, and I would like you to understand the song in Hindi because it doesn't make too much sense in English. So the song is महफिल में जल उठी शमा परवाने के लिए, प्रीत बनी है दुनिया में मर जाने के लिए. So this is a song from the Hindi movies, and Baba says that when the flame is ignited in the gathering, then the moths come and they die on the flame because love is for dying. Okay, प्रीत बनी है दुनिया में मर जाने के लिए. And what Baba means is, have you seen that during Deepavali there are these green colored insects and they keep hovering around the flame, and then because they are attracted to the flame, as soon as you light the diya, these insects would come. And then there are some insects who just keep hovering around the flame and they go away. And then there's some who get attracted to it and burn themselves in it. So they try to touch the flame and they die. So love makes you die. Yes. So now let's understand this. So the question today is, do you fall in love or do you choose your love? So there are people in the world who believe that you don't choose who you love, you fall in love. That is, you get, so maybe, you get attracted to somebody, or you feel emotional about somebody, or you just feel like, this feeling, these emotions, they draw you towards that person. Now, you must understand one thing. If you are drawn towards somebody, that means you are not meeting them for the first time. If you are drawn towards somebody, that means you already know them. You recognize that vibration. That vibration looks familiar, and that vibration is attracting you. And when you know somebody from earlier, that soul, and you are connected from earlier, then there is some unfinished business, some karmic account in that relationship. Yes, that is why that emotional pull is there with that soul. So whenever you are feeling emotional or feeling attracted in a relationship, you must understand that there is a karmic account alert there. So the karmic account alert, you must listen to it, and you must know that there is a karmic account alert, and you have to tread into that because that usually happens. But then the thing is, you have to do that with understanding, because all relationships start like this. So and I will give you a very simple example to understand it. You get attracted towards an ice cream more when your throat is bad. Have you seen that? So when your throat is bad, it is winter, you feel like having an ice cream, which you don't feel like having in summers also. Because whenever you are feeling emotional, then you're feeling attracted, then there is some karmic settlement which is calling you. And then what happens is you fall for it very easily, but then you start realizing you made a mistake very soon. And this is why as soon as people are falling in love, they are taking no time to fall in love, and they are not taking any time to fall out of love either. So these days, if you look at the phenomena, people are falling out of love as soon as they are falling in love. So as quickly as they are falling in love, they are also falling out of love. And I have seen many people, who visited the center for the first time, and they were holding hands and they were so much in love, and then they stopped coming for whatever reason, and then 2 years later they come and one is crying and the other one is abusing the other one. So this is what is happening, because you must understand that when you feel something, you feel attracted, feel emotional, these feelings are an indication that you know the soul from your previous lives. And there is some unfinished business because of which you have come together again. If there is no unfinished business, you will not recognize that soul and they won't come to you again. So do you meet, does somebody knock at your door once the business is finished? No. They come visit you again when there is unfinished business. So when you feel naturally attracted, naturally emotional, naturally attached to somebody, that means there is a karmic settlement. So that is not love, that is Maya's way of fooling us and driving us into that karmic settlement. Okay? Now, then what is love? So love is, so you see that Baba has given us the knowledge that every soul has 7 qualities: knowledge, purity, peace, love, happiness, bliss, and power. So peace is a choice, happiness is a choice, love is a choice, everything is a choice. For who? For the knowledgeful and pure. For the knowledgeful and pure. So first, the quality of knowledge and purity comes. So when you look at the order of the 7 virtues, it is knowledge, purity, peace, love, happiness, bliss, and power. So when you have knowledge, when you have purity, then peace, love, happiness, bliss becomes a choice for you. And you choose well. And you choose well. And today Baba says that you should choose to love me. You should choose to love me because I'm giving you the knowledge that I am your parent. I am the one who is going to provide you with everything. I am the one who is going to take you away from this world of sorrow to the world of happiness. So you see that we hear that God is the liberator, God is the guide, God is the creator of heaven. And Baba says, you are my children. Why are you suffering in hell? You have heard that India was in the golden age and India was made of gold. So Bharat sone ki chidiya tha. And then why are you living in poverty today? So Baba says, I have explained to you the whole cycle, how you the soul were at the peak of your peace, happiness, prosperity, everything, and then how these five vices came, and then you started creating bad karma, and then you started coming into settlement, and then you started exacerbating that bad karma by not understanding this is settlement, getting trapped in expectations. And now I have come, and it is time for you to reclaim your inheritance of heaven. But Baba says, for that, what you need to do is, you need to break away your intellect, your buddhi, from this old world, because until you are connected to this old world, you are empowering it. Wherever attention goes, energy flows. So you are attached to the old world, and you are making the old world worse and worse by thinking about it all day. So what you must do is, now you must understand that I am the one who is giving you the love of all relationships and the happiness of all attainments. And by understanding that, by imbibing that knowledge, you choose to love me. And when you choose to love me, my love gives you the power to forget the old world while living in it. So you can live in this whole world, old world, but not as somebody who is expecting, but somebody who is transforming it. Yes, so right now you are expecting from the world is disappointing you, you are getting disappointed, you are radiating that energy of disappointment. So it is a vicious cycle going on. And when you understand, when you have the knowledge that the one who I should truly be in love with is Baba, because he is giving me the love of all relationships, sustenance of all relationships. Baba is being the best father, the best teacher, best guide. Is he not being that? He is doing everything for us. Baba says, just apply your buddhi. Yes, don't go by the heart, apply your buddhi. Who is the one taking care of me? Who is the one providing me? Who is the one guiding me in these dark times? And choose to love me. And when your heart is in love with me, then you will stop making the old world more miserable by this cycle of vicious cycle of expectation and disappointment. And you will start this journey of making the world a better place by drawing in love and peace and energy from me and radiating into the old world. So Baba says, love is a choice, but for the knowledgeful. So when you become knowledgeful, choose wisely who to love. And love is not an emotional subject. Love is a subject of choice. Love is a subject of wisdom. Just like peace is not circumstantial. Peace is a choice. So when you are in, when you understand, when you have the knowledge and the wisdom that you are a peaceful soul, child of the ocean of peace, then you can choose to be peaceful whenever and however you want to be. Similarly, love is a subject of choice. And Baba says, when you understand that I am the one who belongs to you, you are the one who belongs to me, and you are in love with me, then that love elevates you. Then you don't fall in love, you rise in love. And nobody should fall in love. So Baba says, love doesn't make you fall, shouldn't make you fall, but this false idea of love that you're carrying around is making you fall for 2500 years. So stop that now, okay? So choose who to love, and when you apply your sensibilities, you will understand that the only one who deserves to be loved is Baba. And when you love Baba, you die from the old world. And then when you die from the old world, you get a new life. because until you die from the old, you cannot get the new. So this is what Baba is telling us in the Murli today. And I would request you to read the Murli as many times as you can. These are jewels of Baba's wisdom, and when you read it, once, twice, thrice, you get newer insights into it. Okay, Om Shanti.